Hello there, everybody. It's your man Joma 2694, and we are back in Middle Earth for the Bright Lord. For there is another new video concerning Shadow of War. And I know that there have been a couple about Shadow of War, like there was a behind the scenes of Minus Ithil, and I believe one about the creatures. But I didn't care enough about those, because I watched those. I didn't care enough about them, the fact that they were only like 3-minute videos. I didn't care enough to do a reaction video to them. However, I open up my YouTube feed today and find that there is in fact a new video about weapons. As I've told you before, that's what I want the most of out of Mordor, are the weapons and the gear. So, let's start at second 0 of the IGN Shadow of War, weapons and gear detailed, in 3, 2, 1. Ronk the...
Hey folks,
Pause. Go back to 5 seconds. Ronk the Gravewalker? Really? Really? Guys. You're gonna let the orcs try and one-up Talion and his own name? Starting again at 5 seconds.
Hey folks, Brandon here with IGN to walk you through the brand new gear system in our IGN first game of the month, Middle-earth Shadow of War.
Not much of a Grey Walker.
As we saw in Monolith's announcement walkthrough, the RPG systems in Shadow of War have been expanded enormously. And that includes not only the armor and weapons that Talion and Celebrimbor use, but the rarity, variety, and gem sockets.
Gem sockets?
Ranger and his Wraith companion.
What is this? Fucking
so let's talk about the gear
Diablo 3?
and how you'll make the most of it in Middle-earth Shadow of War. Let's start off simple. Here we see Talion wearing his basic ranger armor and looking very serious.
Alright, pausing. At 39 seconds. That does not look hardly anything like the armor he wore in Shadow of Mordor. Like, the chest sigil looks the same, but his armor was blue, not red. And he had more of a bear on his back than a little fuzzy cape.
Of Saragost. We've given him a few pieces of gear that he's ready to
So is this after the 17-minute gameplay trailer?
In the inventory menu, we see a few things. First, you see the visual look of everything Talion is wearing over here on the right. This is a true reflection of his gear,
the ring,
which changes with every piece of armor. Next, we see just how many interchangeable pieces of equipment Talion can wear this time around.
Okay, what do we got?
Now, from left to right, we see he can find and equip gear in the sword slot, used for melee combat, the dagger slot, used for stealth kills, the range slot, which can be Talion's bow or Celebrimbor's forge hammer this time around. We can see the...
Pausing at 114. What? Celebrimbor's hammer is ranged? What? What? How the hell is that range? Like, his bow, I get. His hammer? What's he gonna do, batarang it? I mean, I know we saw in the 17-minute gameplay trailer that him jumping off the thing and then jumping off the wall and then coming down to slam on a fire. I didn't know that counted as a ranged attack.
Armor that protects him, the cape he wears, and finally the runes.
Oops, sorry, didn't mean to pause there. 120.
He can inscribe onto the new Ring of Power for loads of that.
Okay, so runes are only available on the ring now. See, that makes more sense, because if you look... Makes more sense for the runes to only be on the ring. So I guess it's now you get gems for your weapons and armor and runes for the ring. That makes a lot more sense. All right, 122.
Benefits. First, let's equip a new sword. Here we see that Talion is currently wielding his equipped ranger's sword with a melee attack rating of 31. And
that looks kind of elvish, but still not.
A melee attack rating of 31. While there's no tangible difference between these two, there are a huge number of weapons to be found. But even though there's no statistical difference in this case, you can see the different visual styles of each weapon.
Looks like a Roman gladius.
This Numenorean dagger is a statistical upgrade over Talion's Ranger dagger. Equipping it makes him an extra 35 stealth attack rating. As we continue to outfit Talion with his basic Numenorean armor, we can see his visual style change. Not only has he gained a slight statistical edge, His armor looks much different than when we started. But let's look at something stronger.
Now he looks less Blackhandish and more Aragornish.
So if we want epic armor, we're gonna have to earn it. Let's find a minion of Sauron that might hold something of better value. This is Masai.
Saragos hasn't been conquered.
He's a war chief of the fortress of
so you can go into Saragos before you try and siege it.
His strengths and weaknesses, it's
it looks like him down. Yes, I understand how the Nemesis system works.
So burning him should help us in our mission to bring him down. But he's no slouch. We can see by his bonuses that he leads a fanatical gang, holds the advanced class rank of commander, and is enraged by frost attacks. Let's target him and go on the hunt. Now we found our target.
So it looks
He's
like
somewhere in this camp. We just have to engage him, remember his vulnerability to fire, and hope he drops something we can use. Jumping forward in time, we've lost our element of surprise.
Nice crown,
but
dude.
Masai, the glutton, is here and his gang of fanatics is on the defensive. Now I don't want to spoil the fight for you, but let's use the power of the Wraith to explode a couple of campfires and jump to the combat. Okay, so we've successfully roasted and defeated Masai.
Olaghai, that's what they're called.
Olaghai troll has earned.
Crispy troll.
It looks like our
pausing. Everybody, swords out for Aslar the Destroyer. Rest in peace, you beautiful hulking bastard. Alright. Hopefully they give Aslar the Ratbag treatment, where everybody liked Ratbag from the trailer of Shadow of Mordor so much that Aslar becomes the guy that introduces us to the Urmagai. Alright, starting at 310.
Crispy troll adversary has dropped a Rohirrim dagger. Let's open the inventory menu and equip this powerful new weapon. As we can see, this is an incredibly powerful dagger. It boasts a huge 767.
So, does this mean, with all this, attack rating and shit, that it may get to the point where we have such OP gear, we could one-shot a captain? You come down for a, stealth blow, and it's strong enough that it kills them instantly.
Stealth attack rating, but that's not all. At the bottom of the screen, we see it packs a 5% chance to apply burning on a quick throw. That'll come in handy. But the real power behind this is the challenge ability it carries. In Shadow of War, some equipment carries benefits that can only be unlocked by completing challenges. In the case of the Rohirrim dagger, we could potentially get an increased 25% stealth.
That's very situationally specific,
but before we can unlock it, we have to complete the challenge.
It's kind of hard to stealth attack a guy who's on fire.
Sounds fun. Let's give it a shot. So we've got our epic dagger quest set. We're hiding in a bush, and we need to stealth kill an enemy on fire. Fortunately, these explosive barrels of grog should do the trick.
Nice.
Now that we've killed this orc and completed our challenge, let's try it out. Our dagger gives us a damage boost to enemies on fire, and as you can see here, we're able to make short work of this powerful Olaghai enemy, thanks to our new dagger trait. So, now we've got a fully unlocked epic Rohirrim dagger, but that's not the end of our upgrade path. Let's find a gem to socket into this dagger. Jumping forward, we found this icy Graug. In Shadow of War, powerful enemies and creatures like the Graug drop gems.
So it is like Diablo 3.
Dominating and then automatically dispatching this creature makes quick work of it, so we can get our socketable stone. Now this Graug has dropped a red gem. Let's pick it up. But before we can use it, we have to go into our inventory screen to unlock the socket in our epic dagger.
Do you have to dual currency? I see. Microtransactions.
Warrior gem, which grants 10% increased damage to the weapon it's slotted in. There are more upgrades available for each kind of gem, but let's focus on more powerful equipment right now. Again, jumping ahead in time, we're setting our sights on an even stronger enemy. This time, we're hunting a legendary orc, one that might have a piece of legendary equipment,
Walker.
the best we can find at this point in our journey. This is Ronk, the Grave Walker. He's an assassin of the Mystic clan of orcs, and from the looks of it, he's pretty good with a crossbow. We'll have to be careful. We can see from his strengths and weaknesses that he's vulnerable to fire, but he's also got an impressive amount of strengths, like reduced poison damage, and enraging when on the receiving end of a mortal wound. Now let's find him. Alright, so we've mortally wounded Ronk, and in the process enraged him.
Of course you don't want to spoil the fucking fight. Fuck
so let's jump forward to the end. Now we've finally taken down Ronk, and in the process earned ourselves a legendary rune. Runes act like equipment, but are placed on Talion's Ring of Power. This legendary arcane rune grants us additional health recovery when an enemy is dazed, and focus recovery for every kill. In addition, by completing the challenge unlock, we get the special ability of the legendary rune. And finally, since this
set bonuses, god damn it, you guys are gonna make this impossible for me.
We unlock the set bonus. In this case, our dominated grunts will take 50% less damage if we find and equip 2 pieces of this set, and they'll gain cursed weapons if we find and equip 4 pieces of this set. Let's look at Talion with a full set equipped. Here we see him using the Bright Lord's equipment set. With the full outfit, we can see this set benefits Celebrimbor's Wraith powers and Elf Shot abilities. This further demonstrates how not only the skills you select,
armor does
you
look pretty
find
cool.
And wear can help you customize your style of play in Shadow of War. Lastly, let's see how our new legendary armor and the increase to the Elven Wrath ability it gives us benefits Talion. I really hope you enjoyed this brief overlook into not only the different gear you can find, but how you find it, and how it makes Talion a one-man, one-wraith, orc-killing machine in Shadow of War. We've got much more Middle-earth Shadow of War to show and tell, so be sure to check out our entire hub of IGN First coverage at go.ign.com/Shadow of War. And for all things shadowy, warlike, and Mordor related, keep it right here on IGN.
Alright. So, that was the weapons trailer. So, some stuff I liked, some stuff I didn't. For sure, I like the whole slottable gems as opposed to everything having runes. But only one per weapon seems kind of a downgrade. I did enjoy what I saw. And he said that there's going to be a whole lot of weapons to find. That's probably going to be the Diablo 3 thing of a lot of the same looking weapon with different attributes to it. And again, drawing from Diablo 3, I hope that they give you the ability that if you find a weapon whose stats and abilities you like, it gives you the ability to change what that weapon looks like. You know, like if I find a really awesome weapon, but it looks crappy, it gives me the ability to change it into a better looking sword that I found before or something. Because I'd pay for something like that. That's something Destiny could have definitely used, you know? If you find armor that you like, but it looks like shit, you could have the ability to change it. I'm just saying that would have been cool. Anyway, hopefully that's something that makes it into Shadow of War. We still have several months to go before we get it. And until next time, this has been your man Joma 2694. Peace for the Bright Lord!